Welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking about the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. To kick it off, we're going to talk about the headphone jack. We pretty much knew Apple was going to axe it from the first rumors that came out about the iPhone 7. It does suck to see it go, and we will get an adapter in the box with your phone. You won't have to pay a ridiculous amount of money to buy an adapter. The good thing is that headphones, which use Lightning as opposed to the regular headphone jack, do sound a lot better, but obviously it's going to take a little getting used to. Not only is Apple killing off the headphone jack, but they're also killing off Space Gray, which is one of my personal favorites. In its place, though, we're getting the matte black, which I personally think looks fantastic. We're also getting the jet black, which if you haven't already guessed, is going to be a huge fingerprint magnet. We will still be keeping rose gold, gold, and silver, so that won't be a problem if you're into those colors. As for the outside of the device, we've got a couple new changes. We've got a 3D Touch Home button. It won't be a physical button. It'll have the haptic feedback when you press it. We've got cleaner volume buttons, which do look really good. And we've got better sounding stereo speakers. One of them is at the top and one's at the bottom. Also got a brighter screen with a wider color range and IP67 water resistance. This means that you should be able to comfortably get in the pool or the shower without needing a waterproof case. We also have a brand new quad-core processor, the A10 chip. This has 2 cores built for efficiency and 2 cores built for performance. The A10 chip is over 100 times more powerful than the chip that was in the first iPhone. The 7 and 7 Plus also have a new graphics processor that will be able to use 2/3 the power to create 50% more performance. And this processor is over 200 times more powerful than the one that was in the first iPhone. While the 7 and 7 Plus will come with an adapter for Lightning to 3.5mm, they're also going to come with a pair of earpods that will be wired. Later on, though, we'll have the release of the AirPods in October. The earbuds themselves are going to have 5 hours worth of playing on a charge, but the case that they sit in will have about 24 hours. There is some cool tech in there, though. They won't play unless you're wearing both of them because they have infrared sensors that will detect whether you're wearing them or not. Pairing them to your phone will be really easy because all you have to do is open the case and hold it next to your phone and it'll automatically detect it. You'll also be able to launch Siri from them by double tapping them, and it does have a built-in microphone. As I'm sure you can guess, these things will get lost really easily, and at $160 for the pair of them, if you lose things really easily, you might want to invest in a different set of headphones. Probably the biggest change is the new cameras. The 7's going to have a 12 megapixel camera on the back and a 7 megapixel camera on the front. It's going to have optical image stabilization, a wider aperture, and a quad LED True Tone flash, which will be 50% brighter than the iPhone 6s. In addition to the improvements for the 7, the iPhone 7 Plus is going to have 2 lenses. One's going to be a wide angle and the other will be a telephoto. We're going to have a 2x optical zoom and a 2 to 8 times digital zoom. This means that in total you'll be able to zoom in up to 10 times. Probably the coolest feature about the iPhone 7 Plus is going to be the ability to focus on the foreground while blurring the background. This is called the bokeh effect. Until the 7 Plus, we haven't been able to get this effect on smartphones. It's basically just been exclusive to DSLRs. The iPhone 7 is going to have about 2 more hours of battery life than the 6s, and it's going to come in a 32GB, 128GB, and 256GB version. So in addition to killing off Space Gray and the headphone jack, Apple is also killing off the 16 and 64GB versions of the iPhone. The iPhone 7 is going to start at $649 for the 32GB version, and just to let you guys know, there won't be a jet black color on the 32GB, it'll only be for the 128 and the 256GB versions. The 7 Plus is going to have about an hour more battery than the 6s Plus, and it's also going to come in a 32GB, 128 and 256GB version. The cheapest version of the 7 Plus is a 32GB, which is going to start at $769. Now lastly, a few important dates you guys need to know. September 9th at 12 a.m., pre-orders for the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, as well as the Apple Watch Series 2 will open. September the 13th marks the release of the full version of iOS 10. September 16th is when the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus will be available in stores, and it's also the same day that the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus will be delivered if you pre-ordered them. We don't have a set date yet, but we know that the AirPods will be released in October. Now I know we just flew through a lot of information, so if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. If the video was helpful and you enjoyed it, don't be afraid to leave a like. If there's something you'd like to see in the future, leave a suggestion down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.